Today on Hot Thai Kitchen we are making cashew chicken. Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. Today we're making a dish that's been requested a lot because it's really popular in Thai restaurants overseas. We're making cashew chicken or ไก่ผัดเม็ดมะม่วงหิมพานต์. Now I know that's very long, so let's break it down. ไก่ means chicken, ผัด means to stir fry, and เม็ดมะม่วงหิมพานต์ just means cashews. Okay? So let's get going. So the cooking process is actually very fast. So we have to make sure that we have all our ingredients ready to go. So first, let's take a look at our chicken. I've got here 400 grams of chicken. You can use breast or thigh. Breast is about 2 medium-sized breasts. Now I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't like breast because it's dry, but let me assure you that chicken breast is only dry if you overcook it, which is why it's important that you do not cut it any thinner than 1 centimeter thick. That way you give yourself enough margin before it overcooks. Okay, so there's that. Now other than that, the chicken, we've got 3/4 cup of cashews. Roasted or fried. If it's salted, doesn't matter, doesn't make too much of a difference. Spur chilies or พริกชี้ฟ้า sliced. This is a พริกชี้ฟ้า. Okay, you can use any big red mild chilies if you want. You can sub half a red bell pepper and thinly slice it. We've got here a cup of beech mushrooms. Traditionally we use straw mushrooms, but I can't find the fresh ones here. I can only find canned straw mushrooms. So these beech mushrooms work fine. You can sub other types of Asian mushrooms like oyster mushrooms if you want. We also have a half an onion sliced about 1 centimeter thick. We've got 3 or 4 cloves of chopped garlic. And then we've got green onions, only the green part. It's about 2 to 3 green onions cut into 2-inch pieces like this, about half a cup. And then we've got fried dry chilies. Now, these are just dried Thai chilies. This is pre-fried after I fry them. After you fry them, it takes a few seconds to get it to almost darken, become crispy, and then they develop a really nice smoky flavor. So you can also, these are quite spicy. If you want it less spicy, you can also use the bigger dry chili, cut them into chunks, and then fry these as well. Okay, so we've got 7 to 10 of these. And then we have the sauce. So the sauce, I've got a tablespoon of oyster sauce. And then to this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm using Thai light soy sauce. Healthy boy brand for those of you who are interested. And then to this, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of Golden Mountain sauce. Golden Mountain sauce is just a different kind of soy sauce. You can use Maggi if you have Maggi, if you're familiar with that. But if you don't have it, just sub regular soy sauce is fine. And then I also have a teaspoon of fish sauce. Now you might be wondering, why so many types of sauces? You don't have to use all these too many types of sauces, but each sauce, not only does it give saltiness, but it also gives different flavors. So when I do a combination, then I get, the best of each world and the flavor becomes a little more complex. So I like that. And then we've got 1.5 teaspoons of white sugar, just to balance out all the saltiness a little bit. And then I've got here a heaping tablespoon of roasted Thai chili paste or nam prik pao. This is the same kind that goes into tom yum, if you've made that. Okay. And then finally, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, toasted sesame oil. Now, sesame oil isn't actually a Thai ingredient, but this dish is more like a Thai-Chinese fusion. The Chinese has had a huge influence on Thai cuisine, and this is one of the resulting dishes. Okay, so you want to mix that sauce up really well, break up the chili paste so that it's ready to go. All right, so that's all of our ingredients, and now all we have to do is get to the stove and cook it. So first we're going to start off with searing the chicken. Okay, I've got a pan here with a little bit of oil just to coat the bottom, and I'm going to add the chicken. You want to hear a big sizzle. That's the sign that the pan is hot enough. If your pan is not hot enough, it's not going to brown. then you want to make sure that the chicken is spread apart and that it's not crowded. If your pan's too small and you need to do this in batches, do it in batches. The key to browning is a hot pan, chicken that's not crowded, otherwise the steam will get trapped and prevent the browning from happening. And then don't move it. Don't touch the chicken until it's already developed browning. If you stir it, the chicken won't have enough contact time to develop that nice browning. Now I have to say that normally what you would do is dredge the chicken in flour and then deep fry it. Okay, that's the more common way to do it. However, I like to do it this way, the searing way, because it gives a lighter and healthier dish, and it's way less messy as well. So, but you're more than welcome to do the deep frying method if you want. Okay, so my chicken is nice and brown now. Okay. What I'm gonna do at this point, I'm not gonna finish cooking the chicken. So you just check one piece, so you got nice browning. Just gonna give it a quick toss. Oh, I forgot to mention that I marinated the chicken in about a tablespoon of fish sauce. You can use soy sauce if you want. About 15-20 minutes, not too long. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little more oil. So the chicken's not done yet. We just needed to get it seared to develop some extra flavor, because browning means extra flavor. Now we're gonna go in with the same pan with garlic and onion. Oops. Cook that until the smallest bits of garlic starts to turn brown. Starting to turn brown now. Now we're gonna add all of our vegetables, well not all, the mushrooms and the prick chi fa, one mushroom escaped, and the chicken back in. And now, we're gonna give it a quick toss. Whoops. And then in with the sauce. And now is when you're going to finish cooking the chicken, when the sauce is in there. Another reason why you want to finish cooking the chicken with the sauce is also because the sauce can penetrate the chicken. Some people like to use water chestnuts in this dish. It's actually pretty popular to use that, but I don't like water chestnuts, so no water chestnuts in here for me. Celery is actually pretty good in this dish as well. You can play around with the choice of vegetables a little bit. At this point, you may add a little bit of water. You can look to see, okay, if you wanted a little more sauce, and that's going to depend on the size of the pan and the heat of your stove. If you feel like, okay, it looks like it would benefit from some extra water, getting too dry, a splash right now would be perfect. So the chicken is done now, so we're going to turn it off so that the chicken stops cooking. And then we're going to go in with our green onions and the cashews. I'm adding the cashews and the green onions in at the end because I want the green onions to remain green and fresh and vibrant, and I don't want the cashews to become soggy with all the sauce. And then, now that it's all mixed up, getting ready to plate. I mean, it's such a beautiful dish, you barely need any garnish. So as you can see, my sauce is pretty tight as far as consistency goes. Some people like a little more liquid. You can add some extra water, and you can even up the measurements of the sauce a little bit just to get more sauce going. Okay. And then I'm going to finish it off with the fried chilies. Now a lot of people like to toss them in, but I like to put them on top because then that way they stay crispy. And you might wonder, like, do you actually eat these? You can eat these. They're a little bit spicy, but what you can do is just take one and just break it up, break half of it up in your plate if you want a little extra spice and smokiness. That's it. That's cashew chicken or ไก่ผัดเม็ดมะม่วงหิมพานต์. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget the full written recipes on hotthaikitchen.com, and I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal.